going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. How's everybody doing? It is TGIF, Friday, November 21st, 2025. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, the work week and the school week is over. It's in the books. We get ready for this upcoming weekend as we speak. Thank God. We close it out and get ready and relax and get ready for maybe a 3-day week next week before the holidays kick in. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the holidays, next week is Thanksgiving and Black Friday, of course. We will not have a recorded podcast next Friday because of the holidays. So again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. And stay safe, stay blessed, and enjoy it with your loved ones. We will resume a recorded podcast, I believe, for the first month of December. Yes, so the following Friday, we will resume our podcast. All right, but next Friday, there's no recorded podcast. But the following Friday, there will be. So again, next week, we are off. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Enjoy it. And we will get in touch the following week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, let's go over and recap what transpired in sports this past week. We're going to start off with some NBA news, ladies and gentlemen. The in-season tournament and the regular season are proving dramatic. On November 15th, the Orlando Magic overcame a 16-point deficit to beat the Brooklyn Nets 105-98 in a NBA Cup game, thanks to a clutch finish by Franz Wagner. 25 points, including 2 late threes and a strong support from Tristan da Silva with 22 points, 9 rebounds. On the same night, Stephen Curry exploded for 49 points, including the game-winning free throw, as the Golden State Warriors edged the San Antonio Spurs 109-108 in the West Group C of the Cup, diving deep into comeback territory. Moving into November 19, the Los Angeles Lakers got a major boost. LeBron James returned to action. 30 minutes, 11 points, while Luka Doncic posted 37 points and 10 assists in that victory of 140-126 win over the Utah Jazz. On November 20th, the Denver Nuggets pushed their momentum further. Nikola Jokic recorded a triple-double, 28 points, 12 assists, and 11 rebounds. And rookie Peyton Watson erupted for a career-high 32 points and 12 rebounds in a 125-118 win over the New Orleans Pelicans. Also on November 21st, the Toronto Raptors were poised to clinch their NBA Cup group when hosting the struggling Washington Wizards, signaling their surge and the Wizards' woes. Alright, let's shift over to some NFL news. Week 11 brought dramatic finishes, shifting power balances, and plenty of intrigue. The Denver Broncos stunned the Kansas City Chiefs 22-19 via a last-second field goal by Will Lutz. Bo Nix picked apart Kansas City's defense, helping Denver to an 8th straight win and firm control of the AFC West. The Green Bay Packers snapped a 2-game skid by defeating the New York Giants 27-20 in East Rutherford. Jordan Love threw 2 touchdowns and Christian Watson hauled in 2 scores. Giant injuries and woes continued. Across the week, explosive performance stood out. Josh Allen counted for 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, 3 rushing in the Buffalo Bills 44-32 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, Jacoby Brissett set an NFL record with 47 completions despite the Arizona Cardinals losing 41-22 against the San Francisco 49ers. Bigger picture, with the Denver Broncos rising and the Chiefs wobbling, the AFC West narrative is shifting. And quarterbacks are both making waves and facing new scrutiny. The Giants' slide continues, and late game execution remains a clear deciding factor in many contests. Alright, let's just go to some NHL hockey news. While fewer headlines are grabbing moments, the league continues its steady march and subtle storylines. On November 15, the New Jersey Devils edged the Washington Capitals 3-2 in a shootout victory. Rookie Luke Hughes scored a goal and assist, and Simon Nemec netted the shootout winner. Also that night, the Vegas Golden Knights snapped a 4-game skid by dismantling the St. Louis Blues 4-1. On the international front, the Nashville Predators and Pittsburgh Penguins participated in the 2025 Global Series in Stockholm on November 14th through November 16th, showcasing the NHL's push beyond North America. Alright, let's shift over to some Major League Baseball news. With the 2025 regular season concluded, the league's news pivots to governance, media deals, and off-season moves. On November 19, the Major League Baseball announced a multi-year media rights package with ESPN, Netflix, and NBC, bringing key events such as the Home Run Derby, Field of Dreams game to new platforms. On November 19th and November 20th, MLB confirmed cooperation with a U.S. Senate investigation over betting misconduct involving 2 pitchers for the Cleveland Guardians. The league also moved to cap individual pitch betting at 200 and exclude such bets from parlays. Transactionally, the transaction that occurred, teams are already on the move. One article outlines 7 MLB pitchers to switch teams in November as teams plan ahead for the year 2026. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, again, by the way, sorry for my voice. I'm going through what they say, under the weather. Yeah, I caught the flu. With our weather is here in the Northeast, sometimes temperatures are in the 50s, and the other following day, the temperatures are in the 40s. I think a couple days ago, we had rain and snow on my way to work. And then in the afternoon, temperature went up to 60 degrees, ladies and gentlemen, and all of a sudden, I got the flus for some reason. But I am recovering slowly. Thank you for all your thoughts and prayers and your well wishes. I'm getting better slowly by the minute, but again, sorry if my voice sounded way off. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we will not have a recorded podcast next week. It's the holiday week. Enjoy it with your loved ones, and we will resume the first week of December. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, take care, YouTube family and sports family, that is. Have yourself a great weekend. And until then, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out, let everybody know, and comment what Worldwide Sport Updates is all about. We're dedicating and committing to delivering sports to you on a daily basis. And wherever you may be across the world, across the country, and our local community, that is. This is your host, Joseph Hadid, for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. And this is your host again, W Hadid, signing off. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Thanksgiving. We will see you the first week of the month of December. Bye-bye.